Thank you for joining us here today. So this year's Nairobi International Trade Fair finds us here at the KU stand, where we have been talking to a couple of exhibitors at the KU area, covering things that are happening within the Nairobi Trade Fair in itself. So the theme this time round is promoting climate smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic growth. And we are going to be talking to quite a number of inventors and exhibitors at the KU stand. So please stay tuned as we talk to them about what they're doing, what are they learning, how they fit into the theme of this particular time.
Yes, my name is Victor Mutua Mwange, working at Kenyatta University Postmodern Library.
My name is Jean Jage. I am a librarian by profession, a special needs librarian. My work is to assist persons living with disabilities at the library. We usually cater for different categories of learners and staff. This includes people who are visually impaired. We have got the low vision and we have got the blind. We also have got the people with hearing impaired, that is the people who are deaf. We have got those who are hard of hearing. So their major issue is communication.
As you know, libraries are one of major players in dissemination of information. And here at Nairobi Show, we have come to showcase inclusivity in access to research of information, especially our aim being including those who are physically disabled, and we have several categories of PWDs. So majorly we are focusing on the VIs. VIs are people who have no ability to see. So Kenyatta University, being one of the leading universities, especially in issues with persons with disability, the library has deployed several technologies which help these users access that information in real time.
Today you guys are here at the Nairobi International Trade Fair. Maybe take us through on your stand and what are some of the equipment you came here with and what they do.
Okay, here while we are promoting smart climate agriculture, we came with us the CCTV, which is a magnifier. Then we also have got the technology with us, which is the NVDA, non-visual desktop access. It's the technology used by the visually impaired to do the reading. Because for us, when we are using the computer or laptop, we follow the cursor. But for someone who is visually impaired, they will not use the cursor. So what usually happens, we have got the screen reader, which has got a speech output. So, and then you'll find them using the headphone to listen. So anything that they do, it has got the speech output, and they're able to do their research like any other student.
We have several technologies like softwares. We have softwares like NVDA, JAWS. We have DAISY converters. These softwares help learners with VI to convert information to accessible format, be it in terms of MP3. Also, we have what we call the DAISY converters, which also helps these users to be able, like another normal person, to access that information. We have come to sensitize researchers, farmers, policymakers, and the public in general on how they can access information using these technologies, which Kenyatta University has deployed. And we have those technologies in the library, so we are encouraging people out there to bring their children to Kenyatta University so that they may come, especially those who have issues with VI, so that they may come and use the technologies we have to be able to access that information we have.
I'm Catherine Modoni Masharia. I work at the Center of National Phytotherapeutic Research Center, which is located within Kenyatta University. I work there as a microbiology analyst. I'm involved in microbiology analysis, checking for contamination of our products with microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. and also checking for the efficacy of the product. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Martin Kinyanjui, and I work as an analyst at NPRC. And my main work actually is to do quality assurance in terms of chemical analysis of herbal materials. The herbal materials industry in Kenya and in the world is thriving, and it is big. But what we lack in the country is actually what we call regulation and standardization. So NPRC comes in terms of in this space to ensure that we have quality control of herbal materials, and also to ensure that whatever we are consuming in the market is good, because we've got so many players in this industry. We've got herbal medicine practitioners, we've got actually also other business people who are actually processing herbs, but are we sure that we are consuming the correct thing or safe material? So we are coming in with a facility whereby they can be able to test their material to check for the safety and efficacy of these herbs and ensure that whatever goes to the market is good. We are also coming in to assist researchers who are into herbal materials research to investigate their plants and actually create more medicines from these herbal materials.
As a microbiologist, whatever I do matters to ensure that our products are safe consumption. Because if the way the products are processed, in the terms of handling, it involves grinding, drying, they're exposed to so much contamination with microorganisms like Staphylococcus aureus and Escherichia coli, which are common pathogens that we get from our herbal products, our raw materials, and our finished product. So that's the reason why I work there as a microbiologist, to ensure that they are safe for consumption of our clients.
The work you guys doing at NPRC and this year's theme, how did it relate?
The way it's relating, one of them is creating employment, because for example we produce frankincense, which is mostly found in semi-arid areas. These are marginalized communities whereby getting a chance to get employed are very minimal. So by going there to get some of them to be involved in this project, we are creating employment, and also we are helping them to generate income. So it helps, our innovation will help some of the communities and some of the members to earn income and also to generate, to give employment.
So this year's theme talks about climate resilience and also economic empowerment. Herbal materials and what we call like the herbs that are actually common. Some of them, if not most of them, are actually resilient crops, and they are able to adapt well to harsh climates. So, like my colleague here said about frankincense, among other herbs, these crops, if we are able to enhance and also maybe to encourage farmers to adapt and plant these herbs, these crops are able actually to survive harsh climates, and then they can be able to value add and make products out of them, and therefore we shall be doing what we call economic empowerment. So by embracing herbal materials, we are able to solve the issue of climate resilience, and also climate change, and also to ensure that we are adding value to the economy by actually making products for the market.
After the international trade fair, what is next for you guys at NPRC? What will you be doing? What other research work are you guys carrying out?
What the main project that we have right now, we want to commercialize our products so that they can be available in the market, and that's why we are collaborating with Kenya Bureau of Standards so that we can get certification and we can be able now to commercialize our product that we have produced after research in the center.
My name is Samuel Mwangi, and I'm a biomedical engineer, and we work together in Gone Pharmaceuticals as a team towards developing the clinic at hand, a device that will empower healthcare in both rural and the urban centers for affordable healthcare in clinics that cannot be able to afford analyzers that are a bit way above their sustainable financial status.
How does Clinic at Hand work?
So Clinic at Hand does kidney tests, liver tests, and enzyme tests. It can be able to identify whether you have healthy kidneys and livers by doing tests, and it takes less than 15 minutes to do a full test. The clinic at hand, it works by taking the sample of the patient, you mix with the reagents, and you put into the device, which can help you determine the condition of the patient. It will give you the concentration, and as the pediatrician or as the specialist, you'll be able to identify the condition based on the concentration levels you get in the results. It also comes with an incubator for heating up or warming up the reagents, and a centrifuge that is also portable. It comes with the device all in one go. So Clinic at Hand, its goal is to empower every healthcare facility and the people. We've seen so many people who have been diagnosed way later just because they could not be able to access the healthcare services they need, since they are expensive. And with Clinic at Hand, it will make the device and the healthcare service available to many people, since it is cheap and affordable. And on top of that, it can even be used in rural areas, and in case you move from the healthcare facility to another location, it is portable, so you can move with it and do tests as you go.
Jina langu naitwa Daktari Hamisi Babusa. Mimi ni mhadhiri katika Chuo Kikuu cha Kenyatta katika idara ya mawasiliano na teknolojia ya elimu. Lakini nimekuja hapa na kwenye kibanda cha Chuo Kikuu cha Kenyatta hapa kwenye maonyesho ya ukulima na biashara, na nimekuja na runinga inaitwa Babusa TV, ambayo ni runinga inayofundisha watoto kuanzia chekechea hadi grade ya 5. Inawafundisha na kuwaelimisha na kuwaburudisha kupitia nyimbo za Kiswahili na Kiingereza. Naam.
Mbona ulikuwa na hisia ya kuanzisha Babusa TV na kufanya kazi na wanafunzi ama wa vijana wadogo?
Naam. Niliona hivyo kwa sababu niliona wakati mtaala wa umilisi ama CBC ulipoanzishwa, wanafunzi wanaambiwa waende watazame mambo kwenye mtandao, lakini huko kwenye mtandao hakuna mambo vifaa vya elimu ambavyo vimewekwa ambavyo vinaweza kuwasaidia vingi. Ndio nikaanzisha hiyo runinga. Runinga nyingi za watoto ni za wazungu, Cocomelon, Dave and Ava na nyingine nyingi tu, na ile nyingine kuna nyingine ya ndugu zetu wa Tanzania inaitwa Akili Kids pia nayo, lakini haitimizi yale mahitaji ya huo mtaala wa CBC kwa sababu ya zile mada. Hasa nikaona hapo kuna changamoto, nikaona acha niingilie na nijaribu kutatua hiyo changamoto kwa kutunga nyimbo ambazo zinafuata mada za mtaala wa umilisi.
Mada zile unachunguza katika Babusa TV ni aina gani, na unaendaje katika kuvumbua ama kucreate the same?
Hizo mada nazipata kwenye mtaala wenyewe. Naangalia zile mada kwenye mtaala na vile vifaa vya ufundishaji. Hasa kila mada nakaa chini alafu natunga wimbo. Nikitunga wimbo nachukua watoto, tunaenda studio, wanaimba. Wakimaliza kuimba na wachukua tena, tunafanya miondoko, namna ya kuondoka, alafu tunaita kamera zenu zinakuja zina rekodi namu, alafu video inatoka. Mimi kusema kweli, mimi ni mwanamuziki. Nilipokuwa mwanafunzi Chuo Kikuu cha Kenyatta zamani, miaka mingi sana iliyopita, pengine ulikuwa hujazaliwa, nilikuwa mmoja wale wanabendi wa ile ilikuwa inaitwa bendi ya chuo kikuu. Nilikuwa mmoja hao wanabendi na tulipiga muziki sana miaka mingi sana, na nilikuwa pia napiga muziki na bendi za nje. Nilipiga kabisa miaka mingi nikisoma shahada ya kwanza mpaka nikamaliza, nikaanza shahada ya pili, nilikuwa napiga tu muziki. Sasa nina ujuzi wa kutunga nyimbo, mimi ni mshairi, kwa hivyo nachanganya ushairi na ujuzi wa kutunga nyimbo, lakini sijasomea muziki. Natumia tu ujuzi na naenda studio na natunga na watoto wanaimba na tunaziachilia. Na napenda mambo ya watoto, lakini pengine naweza kusema ya kwamba pengine nimekuwa tu kimwili, huwa najihisi ndani ya moyo mimi bado ni mtoto mdogo kama yule wa chekechea. Sasa nafikiri ndio sababu unaona naweza kutunga nyimbo ambazo zinafaa. Ili kushirikiana watoto lazima wewe mwenyewe ujifanye mtoto. uweze kuelewa vile wanavyofikiria, wanavyofanya mambo. Ukifanya hivyo tu mtaelewana vizuri sana, hawana shida watoto. Ndio kuna utundu wa hapa na pale, lakini ukijifanya mtoto, hata wewe utaujua huo utundu na utachukua hatua chini ya maji na utauzamisha ili waweze kuimba. Kwa hivyo kuna changamoto za hapa na pale kwa sababu unajua watoto, lakini ukijifanya siri ni kujifanya mtoto tu ili uweze kuingiliana na wao, ujue tabia zao, watoto wanafanyaje mambo haya, wanatembeaje tabia. Ukielewana nao watafanya kile unachotaka na utatoa muziki vizuri. Miaka 5 ijayo natarajia Ubusa TV itakuwa mmoja wapo ya runinga ambazo zinaongoza Afrika nzima, hasa katika Kiswahili. Runinga ya watoto itakuwa nafasi ya kwanza, itakuwa kwa DSTV na mitandao yote ambayo inatumika runinga itakuwa hapo, na itakuwa inacheza kwa muda wa masaa 24. Muda wote ukifungua utapata Ubusa TV na inacheza pale mambo ya watoto, kama ni mambo ya hadithi nini, itakuwa pale mpanapo majaliwa. Amin.
My name is Munje from Eagle Group Automation. It's a startup within Chandaria Innovation Center within KU main campus, the Kenyatta University main campus. And our innovation is towards the aspect of embedded system and IoT. Embedded system, maybe to put it in a layman's language, you've heard of something called a motherboard for computers and radio. So we create such kind of boards, in scientific term we call them the printed circuit boards. You hear people say PCBs. So we customize them to solve a problem or to automate a machine to perform in a specific manner. Take for instance the working of a vending machine. The reason behind the working of a vending machine is such kind of boards that we make. So that's our innovation. Then currently in the market we have such kind of a board called a micro ego. So while piloting the product, we discovered that there is an aspect of less tech savvy with the teachers who are taking the learners through the whole concept of computer-related matters. So we now came in with a solution. We call it robotics education. It's a service. So we can say as a company we have a product and a service. A service called robotics education that is offered to all schools, both private and public, from grade 4 to junior secondary. So the products are the boards, the so-called printed circuit boards that I'm telling you about. Those ones automate machines to work in a specific manner. I've mentioned an example of a vending machine, a coffee vending machine. Now for the product, for the service, it's the robotics education. It entails training these young learners from grade 4, as I mentioned, grade 4 to junior secondary, in the world of coding and programming. So robotics education as a service, as far as our company is concerned, we put it's a 3-in-1 concept. There's an aspect of coding, there is an aspect of electronics. Now with electronics, let me maybe further say that it's a very important aspect in the education system. Why so? Mostly towards the STEM related content. That with the electronic aspect or content that we have, we can explain science related content in our textbook practically, physically, using the hands-on items or the hands-on gadgets that we have. And we have many of them in our company, so enough to run a school, a whole grade, talk of grade 7 to talk of grade 8. We have enough of them. Then we also have the aspect of robotics now that entails the assembling of that machine. Assembling means you are putting them together. The assembling means you are separating them. So we teach them how to separate them and also put them together. Then at the end now tell them or guide them through the understanding of the relationship between the hardware, which is the components of the robot, and the software, their coding. In terms of service, we plan that we reach all schools because it's relevant in the current curriculum. We went through the curriculum in terms of the content, more so the pre-tech. I went through the pre-tech textbook, and then surprisingly, the government also input the aspect of visual programming. But as I mentioned earlier, that most teachers have got less knowledge as far as that is concerned. So yes, so that's why we came in, and we looking into the future. We hope. Let me say we hope that most schools will appreciate the concept and welcome us on board to help them drive this concept of coding and programming across the lives of our students in school. In relation to the theme, as far as our innovation is concerned, we are inclined towards the trade initiatives. That with our innovation, more so the service, the robotics innovation, we have managed to create employment. So we are trying to curb that aspect of unemployment to the young graduates who don't have jobs or who are yet to land a job opportunity. We give them chance to go to school so long as they have that skills. So the skill of teaching or the skill of ability to relate to the learner and try to disseminate knowledge in a simplest way possible for the learner to understand. So we have managed to give job opportunities to a number, which aligns with the today's theme, that the aspect of the trade initiatives to curb or to increase the economic growth of a country. So our company it's called EGO, EAGO. You type that on Google, it will direct you to our website. We have all our addresses, including to the direction to our office. The aspect of Google Maps will direct you to Chandaria, to a specific office.
My name is Exhibitors Joroga. I'm an electrical engineer from Kenyatta University. Here I came with an affordable laparoscopy training kit. Basically, these are devices that are used by surgeons to train other surgeons. So initially we had invented a laparoscopy module, and after several conferences and presentations, one in South Africa, we happened to meet a number of surgeons. And after some consultations and discussions, we realized that there's a gap when it comes to the training of surgeons. And that is when we decided to come up with this kit, which is affordable, portable, and compatible to a mobile phone and also to a laptop. So the one that is currently in the market, it's quite expensive, and it is actually not manufactured in Kenya. It is imported from China, which goes for around $1,000 or more. And the current product that we have goes for around $150, which is quite cheap, and it is also compatible with a phone. You cannot be able to use a phone or also a laptop. The one that is currently in the market, you cannot be able to use a laptop or a phone. So it becomes very difficult for a surgeon to train in remote areas. Basically, it is a scope. It's called a laparoscope, which has a camera and a light at the tip. So the surgeon is able to adjust the light intensity to be able to view whatever he wants to train on. So basically ours is purely on training, not on a medical procedure. It is purely on training.
How is it relevant to the particular theme this year?
Basically, it is a cheap device compared to what we have in the market. And if the training of a surgeon is cheap, that trickles down to the user, making it very affordable even to a normal Kenyan during the surgery procedure. If you want to get in touch with us, we are based at Kenyatta University, School of Engineering, Department of Electrical and Electronics. You can always get us there. Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Kelvin Anjicho Sieko. I'm the current serving CEO of Greenco and Afromines, a startup incubated at Chandaria Business Center for business innovation. Yeah, we develop in carbon neutrality, okay, the whole aspect of carbon emissions and how they should be offset from the environment. Yeah, so we come up with carbon-related data, equipment that can help us measure the carbon-related data for its quantification for the real value of carbon. Okay, this was as a result of a basic understanding from individuals that we wanted the society to know that the real it was not the only value of a tree was not when it's cut down. Okay, because traditionally people need to cut a tree down, sell it in timber form or as firewood to realize its value. So in this case, in interest of conservation, we are trying to attach a monetary value. We are attaching, not really trying, attaching a monetary value to a tree when it's alive. Okay, in this case we do innovations, we come up with gadgets that can help us do that. Okay, currently as it is in that ecosystem, the data is the only missing part, and what we are doing now is coming up with innovations that can help us develop that data. Okay, this is in line with the government initiative to the call to action by the president to plant 15 billion trees to help combat climate change as well as reverse deforestation. Yeah.
How's the system set up like, and how does it work?
So the system as it is, it's run by a microcontroller and sensors, which when set up, the idea is to first of all get a measure of the carbon concentration in the environment, in the atmosphere. From there, we should be able also to quantify the value of the carbon uptake by the vegetative species. When we are able, with the two data, we are able to determine the difference, and the difference is the carbon uptake now. So how we align is that we are creating sustainable economic growth by improving on the income by either individuals or organization when by the virtue of partaking in the activity of offsetting carbon from the environment. Yeah.
1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, what's in store for you, or what's next for you and the organization?
Okay, driven by our initiative to help individuals and organizations offset their carbon credits, in 1 or 2 years we are expecting to have a fully functional prototype moved into an MVP that can go to the market, set up a database that can help us also help in the selling of these carbon credits into real currency now. By this I mean we need to develop the tokenized carbon assets into NFTs to be able to be sold on blockchain platforms, blockchain supported platforms like the Web3 platforms. In this case, we should be able to give unique digital identifiers to the individuals. We should also be able to certify the ownership and authenticity of these carbon credits, and also be quality assured. You can contact us via my direct phone number. I'll give my direct phone number, 0797 494296, or you can as well just visit us at Chandaria Business Innovation Center, office number 8, Afromines. Yeah.
Thank you very much for staying tuned with us all the 5 days from the 29th to the 5th of October. It's been an amazing experience. We've had a lot of lessons learned. We've interacted with various innovators, business people, or everyone involved in trying to make our environment better, either in business or in the environment. So mine is to say challenges are supposed to make you step up. And today at the Nairobi International Trade Fair, that has just been the case for me. Yes, we've had a lot of lessons or challenges that some of the exhibitors have had to undergo through. So on my end, I want to say thank you for staying tuned with us. We hope the conversation can continue. We've been to Mombasa, we are now in Nairobi, and we want to know where next the Nairobi International Trade Fair is going to be. So please reach out to us, tell us which has been your most memorable moment, who among the exhibitors has stood out to you, who among them are you going to reach out to. So thank you very much, and please keep engaging with us on the platforms.